but I'm kind of towards like A minus, almost B, because like I really think even with Penny on the field, Penny does a really good job at shutting him down, right? Nah, that's a B tier. That's a B terrorist for sure. For who? For Thing? That's what I'm saying. Like, he's A minus B. He's not. He struggles a lot. Like, I think Penny does a better job of shutting people down than Thing does. Hey, what's up, Ashamed Raspberry? How you doing? Is DPS after tanks? Yeah, we're gonna go to DPS after tanks. Get that thing away from me. I mean, anybody who plays BP is always looking at the BP and like, you know, they fear Thing, which I think is funny. There's a lot of different content creators out there that put some funny skits together when Thing's on the field. How you doing, Toxic Player? How you doing, buddy? Welcome in. It's nice to see you. But again, you know, this is my opinion on what's strong right now. You have Strange, Groot, Magneto, Venom, Thor, very strong. Cap, situational. Hulk, again, situational. Penny, situational. Thing, situational. So, thank you so much for the shares. I really do appreciate it. For that thing. For that thing. All right, so... All right, we got Thang right here. We still got to do Emma. Emma, Jesus, Emma's so strong. She's so annoying. She's so annoying, chat. Yeah, she's up here. There's Emma. Emma's so
I'm about
strong.
to make a name for myself here.
Like, if you're running a mag and you're running a Strange and you have a good Emma player on the field, you're gonna just not have a good time, right? Movies, thank you so much for the follow. I really do appreciate it. Emma's just gonna be a really annoying to play against when you're Strange and you're Magneto. If you're playing against a dive like Thor or Venom and Emma gets a hold of you, you got a 1-2 shot combo where you just push them into your team. And I mean, she's just so good. Her cooldowns with her diamond form is a little long, but a lot of people, what I don't see utilize Emma is when she goes into her diamond form and you're able to push people back with your kick. Right? So not only do you use it for your choke slam, because her choke slam is really, really good with Emma. It's one of the strongest parts of her kit, but you can also kick people back and away from your team, right? Going into your diamond form and kicking them back into into where they go or away from point is extremely good. And a lot of people don't realize to utilize her diamond form for that. And not only to escape, because a lot of people use her diamond form to escape and not take as much damage, because there is a damage reduction when you go into diamond form, but she does have a very strong kit. Right, kicking people off the supports as Emma's really, really strong, right? So just remember that Emma was your first tank. She's a really solid tank. Yeah, she's a very solid tank, and she has a shield, right? So not only is she a melee character, but she's also a really good range character. Her beam hurts when she's charged at 100%. Her E does percentage based damage, which is extremely strong. You use her E quite often, and it charges up your beam even faster. So again, she does her percentage based damage with her E. She gets you, then she kicks you into oblivion if she grabs you, right? So I think Emma is one of the strongest tanks in the game. She's extremely well-rounded as far as their character is concerned. There's not enough nerfs that you can do to Emma. She's just got a strong kit. She's always going to be a very strong character to play. As a tank enthusiast, Emma is good. Yeah, Emma is very, very good. Okay. So we have Emma here. There she is. She's in the S+ tier. Having some frustrating games stuck in plat. How do I apply for future VOD reviews? I want to improve. You can join the Discord and we have a VOD review channel that you can join, and then we'll be able to take a look at your VODs. I do them pretty much every stream. So all right, so Emma, pretty self-explanatory, very strong. All right, where's Rogue? I think Rogue suffers the same thing that the other melee characters suffer. Okay, so Rogue, in my opinion, is extremely good with her team up with Gambit. If Gambit is banned, which is almost every game in higher elo, she doesn't struggle. She's still a really good tank, depending on the team comp. But she also suffers the same thing that the other melee characters suffer, which is she has to get close. She has to get, in your face. And if there's a lot of poke, she's just gonna get obliterated. Yeah, she's very team comp dependent. That's exactly what I'm trying to say, Brand. I think she's very, very good. She's very dependent on her team, though. If you don't have someone who pays attention to your rogue is going to get obliterated, right? But if you have someone who pays attention to your rogue, keeps her health up, she becomes really annoying. She becomes, I wouldn't say as annoying as Emma, but she can be. She can be, because she can get in your face and she can do a ton of damage fairly quickly. She can obliterate, even though she uses all her cooldowns for it, but she can obliterate a 275 HP character, right? If she lands all of her cooldowns. But you know, again, you wouldn't do that as rogue, because your job as a tank is to create space for your team or hold space for your team, right? You have to be a little aggressive with rogue, and some tank characters are not as aggressive. So if rogue is a character you want to learn, you have to understand, you have to press the W key, and you have to try to not make plays, but make space, right? Is VOD happening today? Yes, VODs will happen today. I just usually cause her one day because I was forced to tank. I experienced next level happiness. She's really, really good. Does Mr. Fantastic work above Diamond? He does, and he's situational though. Like, he's really good against, and we'll talk about DPS here in a minute. But he's really good against actually rogue. Believe it or not, he can 1v1 a rogue. If you guys don't believe me, there is a way to test that out. Get a friend to play rogue. Go into the practice range. You play Fantastic, and if you manage your cooldowns correctly, you can 1v1 a rogue and win. Because remember, when he goes into his big form, he heals himself. So when he shrinks back down, he's back to his full health. Where rogue is required to, yeah, she has a couple cooldowns that she gets her HP back, but it's not a whole lot compared to what Mr. Fantastic can do. So really good Fantastic can go up against a rogue. So, you know, again, rogue, I think, is very dependent on your team. She can be really, really annoying. She's a very good brawl tank, but again, all dependent on your team. He can literally beat anyone in the game, almost anyone, but yes, I agree with you. Mr. Fantastic is really, really good. So one tricking Mr. Fantastic was worth it? Absolutely. He's really, really good, and he's dependent on his team. The problem with Mr. Fantastic players, and we actually came across a VOD earlier this week about Mr. Fantastic, is you can't be always frontlining with your people. Sometimes you gotta take that ability that you can stretch yourself across the map and go into their backline, put pressure on their backline, right? Even if you don't get a kill, but you have the supports look at you, you're doing more than just sitting in the front line, just, you know, spamming damage, because all you're doing is feeding support ults, and then supports will win the game, right? So Mr. Fantastic, you gotta get a little aggressive. You gotta get back there, because you can be really annoying and take the pressure off their supports. I didn't call you out. I didn't say anything. You called yourself out. All right. I didn't say nothing. All right. So again, rogue is very dependent. Let's see. Where is the other tank? Who am I missing, chat? Angela. Angela is really annoying in the right hands. Really, really annoying. I think she's kind of next to Cap. She is the Sky Wolverine. All right. She's very dependent. Angela is very dependent on the team, and if you have a really good Angela, she can carry the lobby. She's really good about pushing people. She's definitely S tier. Here's my fear putting her in S tier. Right? Is she better than Thor? No, because she struggles against Thor. Is she better than Venom? She can be, but again, she struggles because there's so much CC in this game. Okay? You have Invis, who can disrupt an Angela. You have a Fantastic who can disrupt Angela. You have a Bucky who can disrupt Angela. You have a Penny who can disrupt Angela. You have a Rogue who can be very annoying to Angela. You have a Thing who can be very annoying to Angela, but he's not really a huge counter to Angela, but he can be really annoying. You have Emma, who can be really annoying. You have who else? You have Hela, you have Iron Fist, you have Iron Man, you have Jeff, who can be really annoying. You have Phoenix. You just have so many people that can go up against her, and it's just she's not as strong, but she can be really annoying. She's the Wolverine of the sky, right? She can be really, really annoying, and she's a very strong tank, but she suffers the same thing that every melee character suffers, which is trying to get in people's faces, but there's so much CC that it just basically disrupts you and disrupts your backline. Okay. when there's an Angela on the other team, you know, it becomes like, who's the better Angela at that point, right? And who's giving call outs to your team, who's telling them, hey, we have an Angela in our back line, who's paying attention to her, because she's a freaking airplane. You can hear her. You can literally hear her when she's approaching. Like she's like Iron Man, but worse. You can hear that jet 757 coming down the lane so freaking loud in your ear. Like, it just makes it's so damn loud. Like, I don't understand why people just don't turn around and deal with her, right? If you turn around and deal with her, she's almost forced to swap off, because when I play Mr. Fantastic, I make her day a living hell. She tries to fly away, I pull her back. She tries to do it again, I bump into her, and now she's grounded. Like, there's just so many different things that you can do with just one character against an Angela. It just becomes really, really annoying. Now, again, is she really good in the right hands? Yeah, but that's the same thing can be said about all of these A-listed characters here, right? In the right hands, they can be very, very annoying. But a lot of these people can literally just counter them. I have to be hella tough at Iron Man, because every time I've seen the highest he's made was C. We'll get to DPS. We'll get to DPS. All right. I drop kills like Iron Man in the first movie. What's up, Stay Focused? Welcome in. It's nice to see you. All right. So again, you have Emma, you have Strange, you have Rogue, you have Thing, right? All right. What else? Who do we have? I think DPS pool is the only other tank we have left. Right, chat? I think that's it. That's all my tanks. Yeah, that's all my tanks. All right. So DPS pool. Where I put DPS pool? All right, DPS pool, I think, is a fun character. He's extremely fun. I think he's got a unique kit. He can dive, he can poke. But here's the problem that I see with DPS pool. DPS pool is really good at range, right? She's really tank pool, excuse me, not DPS pool. I keep saying DPS pool. Tank pool is really good at range. He's really good at poke, and his E is really strong against non-shield tanks. Non-shield tanks, he can just shred with just getting headshot after headshot, and he does a really good job of putting pressure on non-shielded tanks. So is he good against Thing? It's debatable, but he has a shield, and if you use the shield correctly, you can block off heals. So you can throw your shield on top of the tanks that are in front of you, blocking heals, and you can literally finish off people inside your bubble, right? Because you get healed with that bubble, and you also are able to block off those heals. So he can be really, really annoying, and that shield is really, really good. He does the dive when he's able to push up on your team, and he can constantly just bounce on your support's heads, and it just becomes really annoying to hit. But again, he gets shut down by other characters like a good Penny, a Rogue, an Emma. A good Thor can shut him down pretty easily, you know? So these are characters that can do a really good job of shutting him down. So I would say he's not an S tier character, but he's definitely an A tier character. He's not as strong as the other tanks, because they're like better picks, but I think tank pool is actually really, really fun, and he's definitely going to be in a higher tier list. So Plushy Power is so funny. It's so funny. And the new map is actually really good to play Deadpool in. He's really, really good to play in that, because it's just all lanes. And with Deadpool, if you have a lane and you don't have to go anywhere else, he's really good at convoy maps. He's really good at just close quarter maps, and he does a really good job. Especially when he can use his E, which is his enhancing. He enhances people around him. He gives them an attack boost, and also he blocks the screen for the people that are inside that attack area. So it's really, really annoying. All right, so that's tank pool. All right, so we're gonna go to DPS here, chat. All right, we're gonna go to the DPS. A lot of people have been asking for DPS tier list, and here we go. All right, I'm gonna tell you the most annoying character to play against this season is who. Who do you think, guys, is the most annoying character in this season? Who's the most annoying character to play against? If you were to play one person this season who is the most annoying person to play against. Bucky, Hawkeye, or Phoenix? Hawkeye? All right. I'm going to tell you